Hello everybody and welcome to NASCAR Heat 5, a new career mode series coming at you here. So we've already gone ahead and created our character. Now, I have not played a NASCAR Heat game since NASCAR Heat 3, and one of the reasons for that being is very poor support for the game on PC, as well the fact that I haven't heard the greatest of things. It's a lot of copy and paste from what I've heard, so I decided I wanted to check it out. The game was pretty cheap during like a Black Friday sale, so this is the PlayStation 4 version, obviously playing on the PlayStation 5. So we're going to jump up to the truck series. We're going to join front row, and we're actually going to be a teammate to the 38. We don't just want to replace him. So going to go ahead and make our car, and there it is. We have the Shriners Hospital for Children as our sponsor. So what I tried to do is recreate the car that David Reagan drove. I think it was 2017. So that's kind of the look we're going for there. It's as close as we could get. Now, in career mode, you can't select the type of paint scheme on the car. You can only do the colors and the numbers, which is kind of weird. The sponsor I get because it's a team sponsor. But we're also going to be joining the Extreme Dirt Tour, and because we have the Ultimate Edition or whatever, you get like an automatic offer from Tony Stewart. And I didn't feel like making a car to be with him, and I heard he's way overpowered in this game, so we're just going to be Tony Stewart's teammates. So we're going to drive the 14 and 62 for our first season, although it says here's your lineup for Season 1, but as I later find out, everything's labeled as Season 2, so not the best start already for that. All right, so Warren says we're good to go. He's been the agent in the game for God knows how long. I guess like the ace moneymaker of the series. So far, it's very, very much the same from what I've seen in NASCAR Heat 3 and 2. So I played Heat Evolution just a little, hated it, returned it within the 2-hour window on Steam. 2 and 3 were definitely improvements, but it definitely seems like the series has stalled out since then. Just going through the menus here, this is almost exactly the same as it's been for the last couple years now. So I really hope things are different on track as we head to Daytona for our first race. All right, so coming across the line, and a terrible, terrible lap time of 50.8, which puts us dead last for the race. So definitely gonna have a lot of work to do. Now, one thing is you got to pick between group qualifying and single car qualifying, which is labeled as quick qualifying. So it already goes to show they have not touched the games in certain ways because it still has a form of qualifying that's defunct. So that's not a good sign. But either way, we are off and we are racing for the first race of our NASCAR Truck Series career. Ty Majeski going to be in front of us here, and it looks like John Hunter Nemechek kitty corner. Trying to get in front here of, I believe that's Tanner Gray behind us. Going to get to the inside of White because I want to be on that inside line. I did like one quick practice race, and it seemed like I just couldn't get things going on the outside line. It was in the Cup Series, so who knows what it's like in the Truck Series. But it looks like already the inside line coming back to us as that's John Hunter Nemechek. We're going to try to give him a bump draft, but he kind of gets out of the way, so we're just going to go ahead and get underneath him. Mike Harmon now in front of us, along with, it looks like Crafton up ahead. A terrible qualifying run for him, as now entering turn 3 for the first time, currently on the inside of John Hunter. So our goal is 20th. We went with the 5 top 20 finishes, which seems like it should be easy enough. I mean, it's kind of weird that this team was rated as a 3-star, and they weren't that bad in real life. They were pretty good for their first ever season. Just adjusting the camera, I like that little higher up one. But now we're behind Clay Greenfield. I didn't even know his truck was purple. I don't think it was for the entire year, so I'm not sure which one they went with here, because the little thing for the roof color has it as blue, and I could have sworn his truck was blue all year, but, you know, whatever. So now we got Tanner Gray going to our outside here, as we kind of lost the back of Clay Greenfield there coming out of turn 2. Just did not get good momentum here. This is one of the things over the years I've always credited the NASCAR Heat games for. I've always liked their super speedway racing. It's so much better than it was in games like NASCAR the Game. iRacing is still working things out, so I can't really compare it to that, although iRacing has gotten a lot better since they introduced AI. However, there is, just like in iRacing, they don't have the yellow line rule, so I wasn't too concerned about going underneath the yellow line there. But it helped us gain quite a few spots, and now we're going to try to work with Harmon. 68 apparently going to work with us behind, as well as Harmon in front of us, actually, as we give him a really big push coming out of turn number 2. So we got Austin Wayne Self, Brett Moffitt on the outside line with Decker, and I can't tell who that is in front of Decker. It looks like we're trying to push Harmon here. Crafton's going to get to our inside. There's going to block Harmon on the inside, I should say, and that's going to really slow up our momentum here as we're going to... We're really tight right now, to be honest with you, so that's why we keep pushing up the track. I didn't mean to get into, or almost get into Decker there, but the truck is really tight in the early goings here. Also, is that a glitch on the inside grass there? It's not black in real life, is it? I don't remember it being black in qualifying. I am pretty sure that's a glitch, but I'm not 100% sure. Come on, Harmon, let's go. Trying to get Mike Harmon up the field, or at least let us by, but because he's our drafting partner, it will not really let us do that. He keeps blocking, so there was a similar system in the NASCAR The Game series, and it was kind of infuriating, to be honest with you, because you didn't always want these people in front of you. You were trying to pass them, but they'd block you. And actually, I might not be thinking of the NASCAR The Game series. I might be thinking of like the old Thunder games. They did a similar thing. And so caution's out. I'm guessing something happened, or was that the last lap? I even wasn't paying attention. I guess we made it through the entire first stage. So let's see. No one's pitting, so we're not going to pit either. All right, so nothing happened there. Yeah, I guess we just did the full 4 laps. I didn't even realize we had already done so. So here we go. We're on the outside line coming to green, and our shifter did not shift into second. We're going to lose a ton of time because of that. So I don't know what in the world happened, but the shifter went from first to fourth. Now, when I was doing this at the time, I wasn't sure what was causing it, and you're actually going to see it again in the future here. I thought the game wasn't registering it right, but I would later find out it's actually my Fanatec shifter. It needed an adjustment, and if you look it up, actually, it's a fairly common issue with the Fanatec shifters. They just get like misaligned or something like that, so you have to go in and clean them out and stuff and realign the magnets. But at the time, I didn't realize it, so I just thought the game wasn't registering it right. Or actually, I thought for a while it was, you had to be very precise with the clutch and stuff, so I thought it was like a weird game mechanic. But because of that, we are going to completely lose the draft. And it is going to be a very, very lonely stage for us down in 32nd. So no one going to be in front of us, no one behind us. And we actually kind of broke the thing into 2 packs because of how bad it was there. But coming to lap 4 of the final stage, and we're actually going to go ahead and get a caution here. At the time, I couldn't tell if it was for a wreck or anything, because one other frustrating thing about this game is they don't tell you why the caution is out. But Riley Herbst apparently blew an engine. You can see he's not on the pitting list, but he has blown his engine. So during this pit stop, we're going to go ahead and take more tape on the grill because we weren't overheating or anything. So it just made sense to go ahead and add some more on there. We're coming to the green now for the final stage of the opening round of the season, and it did it again, actually. But luckily, we were able to shift down into 3rd gear, and because of the short gears on the truck, we were able to just kind of maintain momentum there. Slowed us up a little bit. John Hunter got away a little bit, but his dad, Joe, here, staying with us on the right-hand side as well as the couple trucks behind us. But then it actually shifted down into 2nd. Luckily, we shifted back into 4th, and we still managed to stay with the pack somewhat. They kind of slid away a little bit, but luckily everyone's still coming up to speed, so we're going to use White as a drafting partner, and we're going to try to work our way back into the pack here, which we're going to really need if we're going to have a shot here. So, later on, caution came out once again. No explanation. None whatsoever. So we're just going back to the green here, and no problems on the upshift this time, it looks like. Real thing will be when we get into 4th. So obviously, As I know now, it makes sense it was the Fanatec shifter because it was second and fourth gear, which are both on the bottom of the H pattern, that was having this issue. So no issues getting up through the gears that time, and we are going to work our way on the inside behind Greenfield, but then Tanner Gray going to work his way to the bottom, kind of working both lanes. He's got John Hunter up in front of him on the high side. I don't know what rating they gave John Hunter, but he's not this bad in a truck. I mean, he's a really good truck driver. And, you know, while he didn't have the best 2020 season in the Cup Series, he's definitely not rated this low, I think. But there's definitely a lot of weird ratings in this game because it shows you like a top 5 or 10 list for each type of track in the single-player modes. And some of them are really, really weird. But either way, the pack kind of slows down there, so we're going to get right on the back of John Hunter Nemechek. No point trying to go anywhere with that run because there was nowhere to go at the time. Give John Hunter another bump, but he's really slowing us down. So we're going to go head back to the inside line behind Tanner Gray and Chastain, actually, which is pretty surprising to see Ross back here. But I guess it's a super speedway, so anything can happen. And almost kind of losing the draft here because of the side draft of John Hunter. At least I'm pretty sure it's the side draft. Not 100% sure if that's even in this game. But we are trying to work our way back towards this pack. Luckily, the draft pretty strong on the super speedways and just in this game in general. I have it on the normal settings. I have everything on like the realistic type settings. So doesn't seem like it's going to be too much of a problem there. But here we go, coming to the white flag this time around. We're on lap 26, so coming to lap 27. Hopefully we can try to work our way up into the top 20. Can't really tell what number that is that's leading. It almost kind of looks like it's the 16, but I'm not 100% sure. So white flag in the air at Daytona, trying to find a way to get past any of these trucks. It's been an abysmal race for us so far. I haven't even seen our teammate. Heading through turns 1 and 2 now through the middle, and oh, there's a crash in front of us. 26 goes around. We get into the back of Eckes, and the caution comes out, and the leader crossed the overtime line? Excuse me? Okay, so that's another thing this game hasn't touched, is the overtime line rule. That's also not a rule in NASCAR anymore, but they haven't touched it in the Heat games. So we're going to come home 27th. It's nice to know that since NASCAR Heat 2, the 1 lap down glitch is still a thing. It says you're a lap down if you finish the race under caution, so shows that. And we end up being 28th in the standings because we didn't get any stage points. So time advances, and the next race will be the Truck Series at, is it Vegas? Yes, it's the Strat 200 at Las Vegas. So not a great first race for us, but things can only improve from here after finishing in the back of the pack. So hopefully things go better for us in Las Vegas. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!